This tutorial is for 3rd grade, Module 7, Lesson 23. In Lesson 23, we're going to solve word problems involving the concept of perimeter. The first question says Gail made a miniature stop sign, a regular octagon, with a perimeter of 48 centimeters for the town he built with his blocks. What is the length of each side of the stop sign? I'm going to start by writing an answer statement with a blank for where my final answer will go. We'll say the length of each side of the stop sign is blank. So if I go back to my problem, the stop sign is an octagon. So I'm going to start by drawing an octagon, which is an 8-sided shape. It also mentions that it is a regular octagon. That means that all 8 sides are the same length. I know that if I add all 8 sides together, I will get a perimeter of 48 centimeters. So I just need to figure out what one side is. Well, if I take 8 times the length of one side, that would give me 48 centimeters for the total perimeter. Or I could add each side 8 times. So some number times 8 will give me 48 centimeters. Using my basic facts, I know that 8 times 6 will give me an answer of 48 centimeters. So each side of my octagon is 6 centimeters. Again, because it's a regular octagon, it means that all 8 sides are the same length. And 8 times 6 is 48. So the length is 6 centimeters. The next question says Travis bent wire to make rectangles. Each rectangle measured 34 inches by 12 inches. What is the total length of the wire needed for 2 rectangles? I'll write my answer statement. 2 rectangles will use blank inches of wire. I'm going to start by drawing a picture of one of the rectangles. And the directions say it's 34 inches by 12 inches. So we'll put 12 inches on the side and 34 inches on the top. If we're going to make the rectangle out of wire, what we're really trying to find here is the perimeter. So I'm going to label the other 2 sides as well. And I need to find the perimeter of one of the rectangles. That would be 34 plus 12 plus 34 plus another 12. I'm going to change the order of my numbers using the commutative property to make them a little bit easier to add. I'm going to change it to 12 plus 12 plus 34 plus 34. 12 plus 12 is 24. 34 plus 34 is 68. Now let's add 68 plus 24 using expanded form. 68 is the same as 60 and 8. 24 is the same as 20 and 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 60 and 20 is 80. 80 plus 12 is 92. So the perimeter of one rectangle is 92 inches. But I need 2 rectangles. So now I'm going to add 92 plus 92 to get my final answer. Well, I can look at this as 90 plus 90 and 2 plus 2. 90 plus 90 is 180, 2 plus 2 is 4, so my final answer is 184. 2 rectangles will use 184 inches of wire. The next question says the perimeter of a rectangular bathroom is 32 feet. The width of the room is 8 feet. What is the length of the room? I'll start by writing my answer statement. The length of the bathroom is blank feet. And I'm going to draw a picture showing the dimensions that we know from the start. It says that the width of the room is 8 feet. So I'm going to mark 8 feet on this side, which means the opposite side is also 8 feet. The perimeter is 32 feet. That means 8 plus 8 plus the length on top and the length on bottom would all add up to 32 feet. Now I just have to figure out what are my missing measurements. So now I need to find two more numbers that when I combine them with 8 and 8, I get 32 feet. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. So my two numbers, when I add them to 16, will give me 32 feet. Let's see what these two numbers would add up to, meaning the difference here. 16 plus what will give me 32? So if I take 32 and subtract 16, I'm going to do that using expanded form. So we have 30 and 2 minus 10 and 6. I'm going to take a 10 from my 30, which leaves 20. Combine that with the ones that were already there, that's 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 20 minus 10 is 10. Combine those, and I see that these two numbers also need to have a sum of 16, because 16 and 16 is 32. Well, if these two numbers need to have a sum of 16, then they must also be 8 feet, which makes sense that if all four sides of the bathroom were 8 feet, then the perimeter would be 32 feet, because 4 times 8 is 32. So the length of the bathroom is 8 feet. Let's look at one more question. This one says, Raj used 6-inch square tiles to make a rectangle as shown below. What is the perimeter of the rectangle in inches? My answer statement will read, the perimeter of the rectangle is blank inches. So I have a rectangle made of smaller square tiles. Each side of the tile is 6 inches. So in this tile in the corner, this side is 6 inches and this side is 6 inches. To find the perimeter, we need to add up all the sides all the way around the rectangle. Well, let's figure out what the length on top would be. If each of these tiles is 6 inches and I have 5 of them that go across the top, then the length would be 5 times 6, or 30 inches. If the top is 30 inches, then the bottom would also be 30 inches. And if I look at the side, or the width, each of these tiles would be 6 inches. There's 3 that make up the width. 3 times 6 is 18. So the width would be 18 inches. And that means the opposite side is also 18 inches. Now to find the perimeter, I just need to add all 4 measurements. I have 30 plus 18 plus 30 plus 18. Let's rearrange these to make it a little bit easier to add. We have 30 plus 30 plus 18 plus 18. 30 plus 30 is 60. 18 plus 18, well, 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 10 plus 10, that would be another 20, would be 36. 60 plus 36 is 96. That means the perimeter of the entire rectangle is 96 inches.